Life is not always same. Ups and downs are the lessons of life to all the people. While running the life cycle, sometimes we reach at high peak and sometimes we fall down. These all are on the basis of our activities. Those people who are involved in activities are welcomed in this Hot Talk program, but the activities of them should be related to agriculture. And in this type of Hot Talk as well, I'm the host, Vesraj Pandey. Wanna welcome you all viewers in this episode. Dear viewers, we all know that livestock and agriculture, they are co-related terms to each other. And because of this, the globally economic development is going on. And we all are surviving, all is because of that. In Kathmandu, there was today's general meeting, regional meeting regarding livestock and organized by ILRI. And in today's program, just we are going to focus on it. We all know that many animals are being transported here to there in name of meat or in name of animal product. But the way they are carried is really painful. How is ILRI studying about that situation? In the same way, there are many programs organized in city area and they are mostly targeted for the farmers. Are the farmers really benefited from such programs or not? To give the answer for the question, we have two guests today in today's Hot Talk program. Dr. S. Raman, Regional Representative, South Asia, and he is from India. In the same way, Dr. Boleswol, Head of Business Development globally, and he is from Poland. I would like to welcome you both in Hot Talk. Heartily welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The first question I would like to ask to Mr. Boleswol, that ILRI is heard name many times. Exactly what is this? What does it do? Could you please clarify?
Sure. So ILRI is short for International Livestock Research Institute. We are a global research for development organization. Our core business is research in livestock. And our mandate, our mission is to improve livelihoods in rural areas in the developing world and ensure a food secure world.
It means ILRI is a research institute, right? It does research, okay?
Correct.
So regarding the livestock, it has been doing research and its headquarters in Kenya.
Yes, the headquarters is ILRI is headquartered in Kenya. It is also co-hosted by Ethiopia, so it is co-hosted by two governments, Kenyan and Ethiopian. In addition to that, we have 14 offices, of which a number are regional offices. So we have a regional office for South Asia, which is located in Delhi.
Okay. So regarding the South Asia, Dr. Raman is there.
Yeah.
Okay, as the head.
Yeah.
So how have you got the status of South Asian countries' livestock?
The South Asia, we cover 8 countries: Afghanistan, Pakistan, Maldives, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, and Sri Lanka, India. And we are looking after the livestock activities of all these. And we have regional office located at Delhi. I am representing ILRI for South Asia. And all the activities related to livestock activity we are conducting or coordinating from Delhi office for the region.
Means you have been looking after many countries from India.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you said that you have been conducting many programs as well.
Right.
In the meantime, you were here in Kathmandu for today's program.
Yeah, exactly. That presently, though we have 8 countries in South Asia. Our research mainly focused in India, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Pakistan. Today we are conducting this two days program on 13th and 14th at Kathmandu, the capital city of Nepal. And this city is also known for these historical activities, holy city, as well as the tourist destination. And we have participation from all the 4 regional countries like Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal and Bhutan. Besides that, we have also representative from Kenya, Ethiopia and Australia, some people, and we are delivering and we are finding the priority areas where we can work here. As you know, the Nepal economy is totally based on agriculture. Agriculture cannot be separated from livestock, and you will be very happy to know that the livestock contribution is about more than 50%, about 51% in agricultural GDP. That's why there is a lot of tremendous opportunity, scope for further development of livestock in the country as well as other
globally. Dr. Istaviki, you are here from the headquarters, means you might have visited many other countries in such type of activities or such type of programs. Okay, regarding participation and regarding the interest of the participants, can you say something? Like how have you got to Nepalese? How much interested they were? Or what have you found?
Yes, so indeed there is. We see a lot of interest in livestock initiatives across the South Asia region, and Nepal is no exception in that regard. We have a very strong representation of government officials from Nepal, as well as donor agencies, investors, but also private sector representatives. So we had very good discussions during those 2 days in Nepal about potential projects that could be designed and that we could embark on that would contribute to the achievement of high-level outcomes of the Nepali government.
Means regarding participation, you are satisfied, right? I mean, you are happy with the interest of the people or the participants they are in the conference or the meeting.
Quite. So the participation in our meeting in this initiative has really exceeded our expectations. So we are very happy.
Could you please let us know the objectives of this event that held in Kathmandu?
The high-level objectives are really to identify research-based initiatives, research projects that will contribute to the achievement of the national rural development agenda of Nepal and other participating countries.
Okay, that's fine. So, Dr. Raman, you are very near to us. It means Nepal and India, they are very near to each other. Okay, though the condition of Nepal is not comparable to India.
Correct.
Okay, lots of reasons are behind there. So, in regard of livestock and agriculture, could you say something?
The agriculture and our livestock, they are supplementary to each other.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, the contribution of livestock is much higher in Nepal than in India. In Nepal, livestock contribution is about 51% of agricultural GDP, but in case of India, it is about 26% livestock contribution to GDP. But India is having highest number of livestock in the globe.
Yeah.
India is the number one producer of milk. Huge egg production there, 88 billions number of egg we are producing. But the number of population, number of areas, if you take in consideration, Nepal is also progressing very well. Yesterday we have heard about the Nepal is almost self-sufficient in egg production.
Yeah, that's plus point.
But they are deficient in milk production and meat, and there is a lot of scope to improve the varieties. And we heard about the many priority areas where we have to work. As a national agriculture research system, India is very strong. India can also support the South Asian country, and with the support of the ILRI, will develop a very good system for the livestock development in the nation, particularly in Nepal. As he has mentioned, we are organizing this meeting, regional meeting, to discuss about the priority areas, identification of the areas where ILRI can support the national government, along with the how we can develop the regional program for Nepal, Bangladesh, India, and Pakistan.
So, what have you thought of developing the countries like Nepal, Bhutan, or let's say Bangladesh, or so on else?
Yesterday we have discussed, and today also we are discussing, and we are getting the feedback from the where they required, because ILRI is an international organization. We can work with the government of the national government. We can directly cannot work of ourselves, and totally based on their requirement, on their priority area identified by them, and we are taking that program in such a way.
Means we are hopeful that your research will be beneficial to all Nepalese.
But particularly we are identifying the dairy based livestock, the small ruminants, where we include sheep and goat, and feed and fodder, as you know, they are very important, and about 70% of the milk production cost, meat production cost are related with the feed. That's why feed production is very important. And another important is the animal health. If animal health is good, we are getting good food, and human health automatically coming that way. And presently you are also facing some little problem in the region, because all the country is having porous border. Animals are coming, this illegal trade is going on. That's why many times disease prevent in India is also coming to Bangladesh, or Bangladesh to Bhutan. In that way we have to.
So that is also a major issue to be considered, right? So open border has caused many problems. Out of these, as you mentioned, these are some, right? So how can we just be sure that while transporting such animals for their products, they are healthy, or let's say while just taking them from Nepal to India, or from India to Nepal, so they are transported very carefully. How can you consider or assure that?
This animal welfare is one of the priority area for ILRI also, for all the government of national government also. But many times we have observed that they are transporting the animals, very crowded area, they are not giving any food. That is a cruelty to animal, we call, and there is a punishment under the different government legislation is there. But when we are suggesting for the transportation, that veterinary services many places is not there. Before transporting the animal, there should be a certificate from the veterinarian. These animals are healthy, then they can be transported in such a way. And even India, we developed some vehicle, transport vehicle. That can
only for the animals.
Animal transportation. That is suitable. We can provide food, we can provide water, and other comfort in that.
Dr. Istaroki, as Dr. Raman mentioned that there are lots of trouble while transporting as well. Lots of problems are over there. Diseases are spreaded from one animal to next animal, from one place to next place. And while transporting, other next problem is also observed. That is all about cruelty. So it touches the heart when we see those animals who are transported, very crowded, as mentioned. So very painful status, or the pity status is found over there. So on behalf of ILRI, so any policies are there on this regard?
So as Dr. Raman pointed out, animal welfare and animal health are some of the priority areas of ILRI. What we do when it comes to research and when it comes to technical assistance and advisory is the introduction and implementation of good husbandry practices. Now these lead to an improvement of animal welfare and animal health. So through those through this technical assistance, we are actually able to improve the health and the well-being of the animal.
So how have you got the status of the livestock in the world? Because you have been working here and there with taking the programs from ILRI, and from Kenya you are here with us. So means you have got lots of information regarding the livestock all over the world globally. So what comment you would like to say?
Well, livestock is a tremendously important element of agriculture. In some areas it even contributes more than 60% of the agricultural GDP. And indeed, in some areas, especially remote, semi-arid and arid areas, livestock is the only economic activity there is. So livestock in some areas is really the livelihood of the people of those communities. So we know very well that it is a tremendously important and tremendously vital element of local economies.
So, Dr. Raman, I would like to just want to know something from you, that in South Asian countries, farmers are supposed to be of lower level, though it's not say like that. It means lots of business are over there. Out of this all business, those who are involved in livestock or farming, they have a little bit low status. So why this is so?
This is basically social problem, because many times we are not recognized. They are providing food to us, but we are neglecting them. But many countries, including India, we have taken the agriculture on top.
Yeah.
And we are giving much more higher budget funding for agricultural development, because we are a superpower, we are developed country, but even then we are neglecting the farmers. It is not like that. Another problem we are facing in most of the South Asian countries, because the animal husbandry or livestock sector is with the small farmers, who cannot afford for many things. And many government, including I think Nepal also, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and they have given these minimum support price. And most important, we have to make them market channelized.
So,
because they are producing, but they are selling the third party. They are not getting the actual cost.
The broker is there.
Broker is there. They are not reaching to that. That is another, the channelizing the market with the farmers, providing the support for marketing. This is
Dr. Raman, this is the problem of all the farmers, that they have been utilizing their time. They have been using their whole day and night in farmer or in farming or in agriculture or in so on else, right? But the problem is what? They spend their whole year, they are doing lots of hard labor, but in return they get very less amount. That's one big problem. Okay, so
we agree.
Unless we avoid this, they cannot be uplifted well, or they cannot feel themselves they are well reached, they are well recognized personality with dignity.
Now we agree with your questions, and we also feel everybody is sympathetic for the farmers, and many countries they have now minimum support price, so that they get at least what they have spent for the production of that rice, milk, meat, whatever, that government is fixing the minimum support price, and on that basis now they will be benefited. For example, now we are giving at least 2 times, one and half times or 2 times what they have spent for their production. That way they are benefiting. And most of the cases, particularly I can tell you, our government, particularly the Honorable Prime Minister of India, has given a call to doubling the farmer income by 2022.
That's encouragement.
Encouragement, and they should get at least double income by 2022.
That's good. Dr. Istaviki, just you're talking about livestock, and in the meantime, what I want to know is these days the number of vegan is increasing. The number of people who are working in animal welfare is increasing, and they are saying that we should not murder anything else. Okay, we should respect to each and every animals, to each and every creatures of nature. So they are saying like that, and you people from ILRI or from any other organizations are doing lots of activities regarding livestock. So what can we manage this all, or how can we consider or respect to those who are working or this so speaking in favor of welfare of animals?
Well, as I mentioned, animal health and animal welfare are very central elements of ILRI's activities. So we really work with governments, other institutions and other partners to improve the welfare of animals and their well-being through, as I mentioned, through husbandry practices, management practices. But also food safety is related to that. So we are very sympathetic as an institution to the notion of animal welfare and animal well-being.
So what can we say from there? That it is good to manage the livestock very well, or it is to be discarded? What do you think? I mean, some people are there who do not consume meat, who do not consume animal product, okay? And you are with some people are working from here that we have to manage very well, we have to consume this all. We are saying like differently. So sometimes can we consider there can be conflict between those who are vegan and non-veg?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say there could be a conflict simply because animals are quite simply, and livestock are indispensable when we look at the environment. We cannot do away with livestock because that would be greatly detrimental to the environment. So they have to be part of the ecosystems in any case.
So
I can also supplement because we have to maintain the ecology. For the livestock, if no animals, how the Mother Earth will survive? But again, as he mentioned, many people are becoming vegan, vegetarian. We cannot say that is why we are going back. But there is a total increase in the demand for the animal produce. By 2050, there will be demand of about 70% what we are getting today. That's why there is a lot of scope, and we have to produce more important animal, the poultry, then the meat produce to meet the demand of the society.
Means from here what we can say that if someone is not willing to consume, that's fine. If some people is consuming, then this should consume very well. Well managed systematic way is to be there.
Food safety
so that
should be
their
there.
body health also get secured, that they are benefited. Okay, so for that ILRI is working.
For example, I can give an example in India. It's a very vast country. You know, many people are vegetarian. Even then, in India also, we have 78% non-vegetarian. If you go to South India, that some states like 98% are non-vegetarian. For then, they at least we have to produce milk, meat, egg. In that
means for that you have been working. Okay.
Not only for that, we are working for the poor farmers, those are keeping the animals to uplift their livelihood.
And so what we can believe is after your research in countries like you did in Kathmandu, so the farmers get benefited because your research will target to those who are farmers. Okay, we can believe that.
Exactly, because livelihood of the increasing the livelihood, providing the food and nutritional security to lower category of people is the mandated for us, and mandated for the national government, for each and everybody.
Lastly, Staviki, it's your first time to Nepal, so how are you feeling?
Oh, it's great indeed. It is my first time to Nepal, to Kathmandu. I really enjoyed our meetings. I think they were hugely successful. But also on a private note, I also enjoyed the city and the people of Kathmandu. Lovely people, and I hope to be able to come back.
Means you want to encourage your friends as well to visit Nepal.
Certainly.
Hope your time is very good. Okay. And lastly, Dr. Raman, you know very well Nepal. Okay, so at last, what message you would like to leave to Nepalese?
Because Nepalese, they are known for their hospitality. They are very simple people. They work very hard, and if you see many of the other parts of the South Asia and other country, Nepalese people are working for many national countries also, like India. If you go there, and will definitely we are hopeful that we will work with them to improve the livelihood security for the poor farmers of Nepal.
Dr. Raman and Dr. Starkey, thank you so much for your valuable time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Dear viewers, from here what conclusion can be taken is, wherever we are, whatever we are doing, if the research is done perfectly, then our upliftment is not very far. Because we do research is for our business, is for our work, is for our duty. That's for we all people, not only for our personal life, rather for the life or the career of the country as well. And lastly, I would like to say, have a good time ahead to you all. Thank you. Me, Mr. Raspande.